Hello everyone, and welcome back to Budget Backroads. Today we are taking one of those roads less traveled. But before we get there, we have to finish our epic journey here on Utah Scenic Route 12. So buckle up, let's go, and come with us. Leaving the rugged road of hole-in-the-rock trail behind, we're headed east to the heart of Escalante, where the red dust gives way to a winding ribbon of asphalt as the landscape begins to swell. And just as the rugged terrain begins to level out, you see it. Welcome to the Hogback. A curvy ribbon of asphalt draped over a razor's edge where the road narrows to a single defiant line suspended between two voids. A valley filled with ancient secrets. And some secrets I'm going to conquer in the future. From the Hogback, you'll feel like you're on top of the world, and you'll realize this isn't just any road. This is the road that leads to God's Gate. This razor-thin ridge was carved by the same CCC grit we saw back at Cathedral Gorge State Park. Until this road was built, Boulder, Utah remained the last town in America to receive its mail by mule train, and isolation finally broke in the 1930s. The Hogback, which was the original $1 million road, has a legacy that transformed a terrifying vertical barrier into the white-knuckle drive we're crossing today. Leaving the Hogback behind, the desert begins to shift. We're climbing high into the cool alpine air of Boulder Mountain, where the red sand gives way to dense groves of aspen trees and volcanic boulders. It's a winding, high-altitude gauntlet that crests at 9,000 feet, offering one last look at the desert floor before we descend into the valley floor of Torrey, Utah. From Torrey, we turn east onto Highway 24, cutting straight through the heart of Capitol Reef National Park. Here, the landscape feels less like a park and more like a lunar expedition. You can even stop on the side of the road and check out some petroglyphs without even entering the national park. Hello, welcome to Hanksville, Utah, and we are going on a very exciting journey today. We're taking one of those roads less traveled. When we came through here this summer, We stopped here at Hollow Mountain, which is a really cool spot. You should check this out. It's a gas station built in the side of a cliff. Really cool stuff in there. Some really high detailed maps of Utah in there. So if you're really wanting to explore some of the backcountry, it's a $40 map. It's not cheap, but it's field tested. It's extremely accurate. Anyway, we took 24. 24 goes out towards Goblin Valley, takes you towards 70, so you can go towards Moab. We didn't even know about this road. And honestly, the main reason why is because even when I would do research and would zoom into this location, this road hardly would ever pop up. And it wasn't something I was looking for. I just assumed it was kind of a dirt road. Utah 95, once you leave here in Hanksville, goes for no services for 125 miles through some of the most beautiful and dramatic and secluded landscape of Utah. Well, what'd you think?
It's cool.
I kind of thought it would be a tourist trap when I first got here. There's got some souvenir stuff in there, but it really isn't a gimmick or anything like that. It's just a really cool spot. They even have their own merch, souvenirs. You can't go wrong with that. Let's go check it out on the inside. I'm assuming the spots that look like they have been plastered over are probably some kind of sealant, because I'm positive they run into some leaking issues when it does rain. Like legit. That's not plaster. That's the real thing. It is so freaking cool. We don't need to go in the bathrooms though. While we're here at Hollow Mountain, I am stocking up on some snacks and some drinks because it's going to be a while before we see any kind of civilization again. Once leaving Hanksville, the world just kind of emptied. It's miles of sun-bleached flats and absolute silence. I was honestly starting to think if this road was going to be a total bust. Suddenly you go from a vast wasteland to a beautiful labyrinth of amazing towering sandstone. Speaking of the road less traveled, we passed only 2 vehicles from start to finish on Utah 95. Very, very isolated, but one of the most beautiful places I've ever encountered. It's the best place for a beautiful, secluded canyon drive. Often called the Bicentennial Highway, Utah State Route 95 is a ribbon of asphalt that cuts through the heart of the Colorado Plateau. Dedicated in 1976 to mark the nation's 200th birthday, this route transformed a rugged, wagon-worn trail into one of the most scenic drives in the American West. We are here at a pull-off here on Utah State Route 95, and as you can see in the video so far, this road starts out just like the 128 does if you're coming from Cisco. Very flat, very desolate. It's kind of like, okay, I thought this was going to be scenic, and then all of a sudden you plunge into a canyon and it doesn't stop. It just keeps going. Every corner, every ridge you cross, Utah just gives you more and more. This might be the most beautiful state in the United States, other than Alaska, which I have not been to yet. Put likes on this video if you want me to go to Alaska. Might drive there. This is all about road tripping, so if you want to see an Alaska video, let me know down in the comments. It's going to be a while. That'll be a big one to save for, but we can make it happen. I've always found these quote-unquote lonely highways extremely fascinating. It's hard to believe that they even exist. It's a true testament to the grit, ingenuity, and hard work of the settlers back then to make these wagon paths in such rugged terrain. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't excited. I got up here and took a photo. There's the photo. Got up here and man, that's just straight down. We stopped off at the Hite Overlook point here off of Utah State Route 95. This overlooks the Glen Canyon Recreational Center, and it's actually quite interesting because this is where Lake Powell used to come. This was pretty much the northern tip of Lake Powell, and it's gone. There's nothing here, which is kind of crazy. But you see a boat ramp over here, and it leads to absolutely nothing. But it is incredible. The view is absolutely amazing. If you're stopping here, the trails along the rim are incredibly easy and accessible. Nothing strenuous, just a simple walk to take in the massive, humbling perspective. The little footpath I'm on here is the more difficult option that you can take. If you want the easier option, the actual overlook, you can access it here on this flat section. From the Hite Overlook, the view is spectacular but haunting. You're looking at what used to be the northern tip of Lake Powell, but today the river has reclaimed its original path. Seeing that abandoned boat ramp sitting there high and dry is a stark reminder that Mother Nature can never truly be contained. This is one of those places where I could just sit on the ledge and watch the world go by, but of course I made overly ambitious plans and we have to leave because we are running out of sunlight. And now we're going to go take that section of road and eventually end up on that bridge. Leaving the Hite Overlook, we're plunging deeper into the Fry Canyon area, heading our way to the Bicentennial Bridge. And I'm going to be honest with you, I remember looking at RJ thinking, dude, are we ever going to get to this bridge? It seemed like it took forever to get to it. Crossing the Bicentennial Bridge feels like a formal gateway into a wilder side of the drive. The steel arch clears the Colorado River in one massive leap. As we climb, the skyline begins to fill with these massive isolated monuments. First, you'll spot Jacob's chair standing like a lonely throne against the blue sky. And then further down from that, you'll see the flat top of the Cheesebox Butte. These aren't just landmarks, they're your only company in this vast, empty landscape. Eventually, we turned south off of 95 onto Highway 261. The road was perfectly flat, stretched out towards the horizon. I thought we had miles of plateau left, and then the road just abruptly stopped. They say that every journey has a beginning and an end. But sometimes the journey doesn't really start until the road stops. This, however, is not just a road. It's a road with a grand finale. Welcome to the Moki Dugway. Three miles of unpaved switchbacks stitched into the face of a 1,200-foot cliff. It's an exhilarating tribute that must be paid before gaining access to the realm of the giants. One side signifying the journey, the other side signifying the destination. Some trips are all about the destination, others more about the journey. This one is about both. This is the road that led us to God's Gate. Welcome to the Moki Dugway. Sorry for the eye. I've got like a hair in it or something. It's been irritating it all day. This is beautiful. We are actually above the Moki Dugway. We had to hike to this point. I will geotag that in the description of this video, but this is an amazing spot for photography. It overlooks Valley of the Gods over here and the Moki Dugway on the other side. Absolutely stunning views, and it's a pretty safe hike. It wasn't that hard to get up here. Absolutely amazing. The spot we just visited is the Valley of the Gods overlook here at the Moki Dugway, and it's extremely easy to get to. This is a very simple hike with just a couple of rocks that you have to kind of high step onto at the very beginning. The sun is beginning to set here at the Moki Dugway, and we have to get into Valley of the Gods to claim our boondocking spot. The Moki Dugway is pretty much fit for about any vehicle. Of course, you can't have like oversized vehicles on it. It's narrow, but it's wide enough for two vehicles. I mean, we're doing it in a Toyota Corolla just fine, so no problems there. It's used by locals, but it's also a big. Well, I don't know about big tourist attraction. There are 3 cars coming up and down it right now. This is the most activity that we've seen on it since we've been here. So, yeah, but there are usually a lot of people here at certain points of the year, but it's beautiful, beautiful. This might be one of my favorite things about the American West, the Moki Dugway. Slow crawling down the Moki Dugway, the adrenaline begins to settle into a heavy, beautiful kind of awe. Mid-November is a beautiful time to be here as the light lights up the switchbacks in an unreal way. Unfortunately, being here in mid-November also means not having nearly as much daylight as you would like. I don't think me and RJ said anything to each other as we descended the Moki Dugway. We just took in the amazing sight as we descended to the valley floor below. Transitioning from the bumpy gravel to the smooth blacktop at the very bottom, it almost feels like we're flying to the valley floor now. Completing the road as tribute, we have reached our destination. Tonight, we sleep in the shadow of the gods, and tomorrow, we start the epic finale in the journey home. On the next episode of Budget Backroads. Good morning from Valley of the Gods. We boondocked here all night. Fantastic spot. We're going to drive through Valley of the Gods today. We have a little unexpected stop. I figured, since we are so close, it would be a sin not to stop here. This is Goosenecks. Welcome to Forrest Gump Point, a dream checked off the bucket list. Well, kind of tired now. Think we'll go home.